Somewhere right now, a woman is smoothing a $390 cream onto her face because the jar says collagen. She's been using it for years. The collagen in that jar has never reached a single living cell underneath it because a collagen molecule weighs roughly 300,000 daltons, hundreds of times too large to pass through skin at all. It was never going anywhere. It sits on the surface, feels nice for an afternoon, and washes off with everything else. Everything that actually works on skin does one of three jobs. It protects, it repairs, or it changes something at the cellular level. Nothing else. Most product marketing tries to blur those three jobs together into one impossible promise, a single jar that supposedly cleans, heals, and rebuilds all at once. This list keeps the three jobs separate, on purpose, because that's genuinely how skin works, and because knowing which job a product is actually doing is the difference between buying something useful and buying a nicer-smelling version of the same disappointment. 10 essentials, 3 jobs, and 1 habit at the end that matters more than any bottle on this list. Job number 1, protect. Number 10, CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. Around $14. After 50, the most common cleansing mistake isn't using the wrong product. It's using the right product too aggressively. Skin's barrier thins with age as lipid production slows down, and a foaming cleanser that felt perfectly fine at 30 can start stripping away the little natural oil that's left, leaving skin tighter and more reactive than it needs to be. CeraVe's formula leans on ceramides and hyaluronic acid instead of heavy foam, because foam is usually just a stronger surfactant announcing itself. It leaves the skin's barrier roughly where it found it, instead of scrubbing it thinner than it already was going into the shower. One honest note, this cleanser doesn't exfoliate and doesn't treat anything, and it was never supposed to. That's the entire point of this slot. Job number 1 is protect, not fix. Fixing comes later, and trying to make a cleanser do both jobs at once, chasing a deep clean and gentle care from the same $2 pump, is usually exactly how irritation starts in the first place. Job number 2. Repair. Around menopause, estrogen drops sharply, and that decline changes more than mood and sleep. It changes how skin holds on to water, how quickly it repairs itself after minor damage, and how aggressively it responds to inflammation in the first place. Niacinamide happens to work on exactly those 3 fronts at once, which is part of why it shows up in so many different formulas aimed at this exact age group. Number 9. The ordinary niacinamide, 10% plus zinc 1. Around $6. Niacinamide is a small molecule, about 122 daltons, well under the threshold generally required to actually get into skin rather than just sit on top of it. It's been studied for reducing redness, evening out tone, and strengthening the barrier over time, and this particular bottle prints the exact concentration on the front label in large type, which most brands selling the same ingredient quietly decline to do. The honest limit here, niacinamide is a repair ingredient, not a dramatic one. Results build gradually over weeks, not days, and it won't undo damage to skin structure that's already happened. It supports what's still there. It doesn't rebuild what's already gone. That distinction matters more after 50 than it did at 30, because the honest goal shifts from prevention toward genuine maintenance, and maintenance ingredients rarely make for exciting marketing copy. Number 8. Eucerin Advanced Repair Cream. Around $12. Your face is not the fastest aging part of your body. Your neck is. Your chest is. Your hands lose density before your cheeks do. All of it ages at roughly the same rate as your face and gets a fraction of the attention. The formula contains ceramides, urea, lactic acid, and the amino acid skin uses to hold on to its own water. The same natural moisturizing factors that measurably decline as estrogen drops in the years around menopause. It's fragrance-free, dye-free, and rated low hazard by independent ingredient databases. Nobody photographs their forearms for a skincare routine. That's exactly why this slot exists. Job number 3. Change. There's a number that quietly ends most collagen cream marketing the moment you learn it. 300,000 daltons. That's collagen's actual molecular weight, the the same number this whole video opened with, and it's why nothing you rub on top of skin ever rebuilds it directly. Something else has to. After menopause, collagen doesn't just slow down the way it has been gradually slowing since your 20s, it drops sharply. Research suggests women can lose up to 30% of their skin's type 1 and type 3 collagen within the first 5 years after menopause, with smaller, steadier losses continuing for over a decade after that initial drop. That's not a marketing statistic pulled from a brand's own study. It's published in peer-reviewed literature. And it's exactly why vitamin C becomes more important at this specific life stage, not because it contains collagen the way a jar might claim. Because skin cannot manufacture its own collagen without it. Number 7. Timeless 20% vitamin C plus E ferulic acid serum, around $25. Ascorbic acid weighs about 176 daltons, small enough to actually penetrate skin and take part in collagen synthesis from the inside, not just sit on the surface reflecting light. The formula now ships in an airtight, opaque pump, built specifically to stop the light and air exposure that used to be this exact serum's biggest weakness. One fair caveat worth naming: vitamin C serums are inherently less stable than most of skincare, regardless of brand, concentration, or packaging upgrade. Use it within a few months of opening, rather than treating it like a product that lasts a full year in the cabinet, because the chemistry simply doesn't allow for that. Back to protect for a moment, because repair doesn't mean much without something holding it in place once it's done its work. Number 6. Vanicream Daily Facial Moisturizer, around $16. It was created in 1974 by 2 pharmacists in Rochester, Minnesota, after dermatologists down the hall kept telling them their patients with sensitive skin had nothing safe left to use. 5 ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and glycerin, with nothing added purely for fragrance or a luxurious feel. No acquisition, no private equity involvement, no reformulation driven by a marketing refresh, across 50 years of making essentially the same formula. This moisturizer doesn't need to penetrate deeply to do its job well. Ceramides mostly work by sitting in the outer layers of skin and physically rebuilding the barrier there, which happens to be exactly where the barrier actually lives and where most of the damage from cleansing, weather, and age actually occurs. It's currently the #1 dermatologist-recommended brand for sensitive skin in independent industry surveys, and it's sold in the Mayo Clinic's own retail store, which isn't a place known for stocking products based on marketing budgets rather than actual formulation. Number 5. Aquaphor Lip Repair, around $5. Lips are structurally different from the rest of your face in ways most routines never account for. They have essentially no oil-producing glands of their own, which means they can't replenish moisture the way skin everywhere else on your body does automatically, and that gap only becomes more noticeable as skin thins with age. The formula pairs panthenol and bisabolol, a combination with published clinical research supporting its use for chapped, irritated lip tissue specifically, alongside a vitamin C and E antioxidant complex that most lip balms skip entirely to keep costs down. It's currently the most dermatologist-recommended lip care brand in the country for a category most skincare routines completely forget exists. One thing worth saying clearly, this particular formula doesn't contain sun protection. For daytime use, that job belongs to a separate SPF-specific lip product, since lips also carry far less natural pigment than the rest of your face, which leaves them more exposed to UV damage over the years, not less. Chronic sun exposure on unprotected lips is linked to a condition dermatologists call actinic colitis, rough, scaly patches that develop specifically from cumulative UV damage, and it's a risk factor worth taking seriously rather than treating lip care as purely cosmetic. Number 4. Differin Gel 0.1% Adapalene, around $15. For 20 years, this exact formula required a doctor's signature. In 2016, an FDA advisory committee voted unanimously to let it out from behind the prescription counter, making it the first genuinely new over-the-counter acne treatment approved in more than 30 years. Millions of patients had already used it under a doctor's supervision by the time anyone could just buy it off a shelf. Adapalene weighs about 412 daltons, still comfortably under the general threshold for skin penetration, and it binds directly to retinoid receptors in skin without needing to convert into another compound first the way some other retinoids do. It increases cell turnover, and through that retinoid signaling, there's evidence supporting real improvement in photoaging over time with consistent use. Not an overnight transformation, a measurable one that takes months, not days, to show up. The honest caveat here, this formula contains a preservative some viewers of this channel already watch for in other products, and it can be genuinely drying for the first few weeks of regular use as skin adjusts to a faster turnover rate than it's used to. Pair it with a plain, fragrance-free moisturizer and expect a real adjustment period, typically several weeks, before judging whether it's actually working for your skin specifically. Retinoids reward patience far more than almost anything else in skincare, and impatience is the most common reason people quit right before they'd have seen a difference. Back to protect, one more time, and this is the one job on this entire list that was never supposed to change anything at all. Number 3, CeraVe 100% Mineral Hydrating Sunscreen SPF 30, around $17. Zinc oxide and titanium dioxide sit directly on the surface of skin and physically reflect UV light away before it ever gets a chance to get in. This ingredient was never supposed to penetrate your skin. If it did, it wouldn't be protecting it anymore. That's not a limitation of the formula. That's the entire mechanism working exactly as intended. It carries both the National Eczema Association Seal of Acceptance and the Skin Cancer Foundation's Daily Use Seal. And it contains 3 ceramides layered on top of the mineral filters, so the same product doing the protecting is also quietly doing a bit of the repairing at the same time. Sunscreen is the only product on this entire list that has to fail at penetration in order to succeed at its actual job. Everything before it either needed to get in or needed to stay firmly on the surface. This one only ever needed to stay out. Every collagen molecule this list started with, every niacinamide molecule, every ounce of repair work from the last 3 products, is genuinely undone a little more each day this step gets skipped, regardless of how expensive or well-formulated everything underneath it happens to be. One more product, and it isn't trying to protect, repair, or change anything specific at all. It's simply the most misunderstood product in American skincare. In 1870, a chemist named Robert Chesebro started selling a strange, waxy residue that oil rig workers kept scraping off their drilling equipment because it gummed up the machinery. The workers had noticed something odd about it first, long before Chesebro ever bottled it. Cuts covered in the stuff healed unusually well, faster than cuts left uncovered. He refined the substance, patented the process, and called the result Vaseline. Number 2, Vaseline Original Healing Jelly, around $5. It isn't classified as a cosmetic product at all. It's regulated by the FDA. As an over-the-counter skin protectant drug, the exact same regulatory category as sunscreen, which means it had to demonstrate that it actually worked before it could legally claim that it does. Dermatologists still send patients home with a tube of it after procedures like laser resurfacing, specifically because skin needs to stay consistently moist to heal properly without irritation setting in, and because the formula contains nothing extra that could interfere with that healing process. One honest limit worth naming here too. This is a protectant, not a treatment. It contains no retinol, no peptides, no active ingredient that changes skin structure over time the way several other products on this list do. Its entire job is sealing moisture in and keeping irritants out, and it simply does that one narrow job better than almost anything else that costs $5. For over 150 years, the formula itself barely changed. The beauty industry changed around it. The marketing changed around it over and over. Dermatology itself changed around it more than once, updating its understanding of what actually helps skin heal. Vaseline didn't need to. If you had to guess which single product on this list matters most people would guess the retinoid. The one that used to need a prescription. The one doing actual cellular change while everything else just protects or repairs around it. That's not it either. And that brings us to number 1, which isn't a bottle at all. Dermatologists don't think in individual products, they think in routines. 9 of the 10 things on this list only actually work because of when you use them and how consistently you use them. Not because any single one of them is magic sitting alone on a shelf. Morning protects. Cleanser, vitamin C, moisturizer, sunscreen, in that order. Night changes. Cleanser, retinoid, moisturizer, giving actives the hours you're not exposing skin to sunlight to actually do their work, since several of them break down or become irritating in direct sun. Body and lips fold in as daily habits along the way, not afterthoughts squeezed in when you remember. Repair sits underneath both halves of the day, doing quiet, unglamorous work in the background the entire time. None of this requires 10 steps or a counter full of serums. It requires knowing which of the 3 jobs you're actually doing at each step, and not expecting a single product to do all 3 at once, because nothing on this entire list does. Every routine should do both jobs, protecting and changing, every single day, for years. Because that's the actual timeline your skin is working on. Not a weekend. Not a launch cycle. Years, 10 essentials, 3 jobs, and a routine nobody can sell you directly. Because there's no single bottle to put a price tag on it. Drop in the comments, which of these are you already using, and which one are you missing from your routine?